yes, let's do it. I hope you enjoyed Recharge June. I definitely recharged. Had a great time. Again, if you would like more support, extra learning, please head on over to the Patreon community. Also, if you're not feeling good, sometimes you're feeling a little down, check out the gratitude community, okay? Because sometimes I like to just go there, read some comments, and it just like picks me all the way back up. So that's what that's for, just to express gratitude for yourself or for others and to support each other. It is so crazy how you can change your mood just by being in a certain environment. So sometimes if it's just like, shit has hit the fan, go ahead and hop on over to there. And it's really nice to be able to see that, it's just kind of like this phantom wall of gratitude. Love it, love it, love it. Also, updates on the Reiki Master Teacher Training. I am in the middle of working on that, and an extra bonus for those who are not looking to go into the training but want more supplemental information, want a whole program when it comes to self-healing, restoring, recharging, and taking yourself to the next level. So, busy bee over here working through all of those things, but let's hop into the recharge. So, we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, and I try to let everybody know it's not religious. A lot of people are coming from backgrounds in which, if you say anything that has to do with God, it has to be very, very, very religious, or someone's trying to convince them to convert to something, or, sometimes they might be conflicted in the middle of a path, not really sure where to trust. Baby, okay, trust yourself. That's all you need to trust. Follow your path. My path is mine. You can't have my path. Your path is yours. I can't have yours. You have to follow what's your path. And so I try to just facilitate a space in which we have these experiences that are energetic, that are at times spiritual, that are mental, without it coming with the dogma of religion. That's up to you. There's nothing wrong with religion. It's up to you if that's what you want to go after. And I know a lot of people come into Reiki and they're not sure how that conflicts with their religious beliefs. Let me explain to everyone. Reiki is a type of alternative medicine called energy healing. It is a modality. A modality is just a form, a type of something. There's other things besides Reiki that represent energy healing, but a lot of people who come into the energy healing space are more spiritual because everything is interconnected. It's very limited thinking, and thinking that if you have some type of weird symptom, you go to the doctor, they give you some medication for that weird symptom, and now you got this tertiary symptom that pops up because you never actually dealt with the root. You're just putting a bandage on this, and then something else sprung a leak over here. And when you realize everything is connected, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the big picture, how you feel or go through life on a spiritual track, on a career track, on a love track, how you treat yourself, what you eat, how you think, all of these things are connected. It's really hard to separate the systemic too. All of these things are interconnected. It's hard to really separate them. So I'm that person. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. You feel me? I'm not gonna be scared. So just letting you know, it is a safe space, and we are here to be in community with each other. We also have a monthly energy healing circle that happens on the Patreon community, and that's where we come together and we channel and we learn different stuff too. So sometimes I'll go over the different planetary transits that are happening, or if there's some, important theme or event coming up, we'll have conversations about that, go into channeling, go into different things. Sometimes we'll use tools and herbs and all that kind of stuff. If you're interested in that, that's there. Also, it's just support, a connected community. Community is yourself. It has nothing to do with if somebody is like, oh, they overthink it or something like that. No, you just have to trust yourself that whatever the sensation is for you, that's it. And sometimes people are on that journey to trusting themselves. They're not really there, so they're going to question everything unless it's concrete and someone else can see it. No, baby, just trust yourself, okay? So find yourself balanced as close as you can get, okay? And just going to work with that energy around to just kind of bring it closer to you. And don't be afraid to be receptive, okay? Sometimes people actually need a physical gesture so your hands can be facing up, because if your hands are facing down, it's just kind of, it's a representation of, hey, I don't need any more energy. Palms facing up. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay. There you go. And there's always an exception. Don't feel like anything is set in stone. That's my new favorite saying. Nothing is set in stone. Okay. Now, how does it feel when I just take my hand like that, okay? Because what I'm showing you how to do is just sending a signal, honestly, to your brain to connect with that energy just flowing down the face. That's all I'm doing, okay? It is up to you to do the work, okay? I was actually just talking about this on the podcast, Organize Your Purpose, and I was talking about how magic is in the mind. And I'm not saying like an illusionist. I'm talking about what we are perceiving when we're doing, spells, rituals, mantras, prayer work, petitions, when we're doing any of this stuff. It is just the mind. And again, let me explain. I'm not saying that your mind is playing a trick on you. I'm saying that our mind is so powerful. We want to make it physical. We want to say it's something outside of us, that it's this herb or it's this thing, writing on the bay leaf when it comes to manifesting money. Oh, that's that thing. But really, it's actually inside of you. That thing just represents something. It's something that you infused in it, and you took it outside of you to bring it and allow it to come to life. But you don't need any of that stuff to be able to work. That's why people who learn how to master their mind, they are the most magical at all, and it actually doesn't require you to be mystical or esoteric in any kind of way. And so that's why I say everything is interconnected. Sometimes these are mindfulness conversations, sometimes spiritual, because they all flow. It's all the same shit. It really is. It really is. Okay. And now bringing this down into the shoulders and just moving. Okay. So just allowing that to flow down. And then release from the body. Let something go. We want to hold on to everything. Every little detail. You gotta give yourself an opportunity to change, to transform, and to grow. I'm not the same person I was 6 months ago. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm not the same person that started, this journey here on YouTube. I'm not the same person at all. And I'm hoping that I'm not going to be the same person in 6 months. Allow the energy to shift, to bring light into your life, to amplify yourself and to grow. And when you are receptive to bringing that light, regardless of what it looks like, because when you bring more in, things have to flow out. Don't try to hold things that don't want to hold you. Just let it flow out and bring in what is for you, for your highest vibrational journey in this experience, okay? Okay. Now, bringing it down to the heart, and just don't allow the heart to be heavy. We're going to have a very light heart, okay? We're gonna just make that adjustment, make that movement, and make that space within us that allows us this just sense of freedom and healing. Heal the heart as well too. Don't ever hold on to something longer than it needs to be held, because pain and suffering exhale, you're letting it go and just shedding layers. Just take those layers off, okay? Just take them off, take them off, take them off. Take them off, take them off, take them off. Just continue to work in that space. As a energy healing practitioner on, this platform, I often am like teetering between what is it that people want to watch versus having these healing sessions. And I did a poll like a month ago asking like, why are you here? The healing or the ASMR? And of course y'all said the obvious, which is both. So it's really interesting how the more that we, work together and go forward and do this, the more that it just expands and grow. When I first started the channel, it was just straight up Reiki, just only Reiki. And then I started to add those other things that I had known about, without feeling like, okay, let me go make a whole channel on astrology and make a whole channel on bringing in those elements, because we get a lot from a big healing journey, throwing new things in. And I think that's important to add to the flavor of what is going on, and fun too. So if you're looking for straight up Reiki, I have maybe over 200 videos. I have over 200 videos of straight Reiki stuff, okay? Enjoy. Even soft spoken. I have like 100 videos of soft spoken. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. So enjoy. Enjoy. But, my highest intention is we're still working on your energy, so just flow in and out. I just don't want you to be bored while you're here. My highest intention is to go on my healing journey and to facilitate a space for others to be on their journey too. And, even if you are a practitioner, even if you're not a practitioner, we're all on this healing journey. There's never going to be a point where I hit a plateau and I'm like, oh, I've made it. Let me just show other people. No, there's so much more of life to live. There's so much more to learn. But the lovely thing about it is the way that I learn. Once I get something that I'm like, oh, this is interesting, I like to share it with people. And so I feel like this community is the perfect place for that. And so for the OG triple OGs, okay, who are out here, do y'all remember Nonstop November? Some of y'all actually came here during Nonstop November and we were hyped. We were like, we about to get it done. So we are actually going into July with a Go Get It July. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing there. So we're starting Go Get It July. So the things we started back in November, even if you weren't a part of the community, we're going to take it to the next level. And for those who were here during that time, I want you to take inventory and I want you to pat yourself on the back for making it through all that was and who you are today. Go you. Go Glen Coco, and none for Gretchen Wiener. Anyway, that Go Getting July, it's really going to be about, planning and executing and things like that. And so Patreon will have even more support when it comes to that. There's going to be things weekly. Here, it's more going to be like, letting you do it on your own, of like, what is it that you want to do? How can you get there? Because as I've said before, it is, spiritual at times, which can encompass the mystical and the magical and the metaphysical. And other times it's the mind. I guarantee you master this, next level, you won't have to worry about anything else. I mean, you're still going to be growing, but it's just, you're not going to feel stuck in the same thing. You're going to be stuck in a new thing, and then you're going to get over that and get stuck in a new thing. Just elevating, okay? Elevating. When I say how far myself. And then, baby, I just started creating space, and I started just kept on going and going and going. And so that's what I'm creating here for you to be able to do whatever it is you want to do. And that's up to you to decide what you want to do. So just exhale, letting all of that go. Tell me how you feel. Remember to like the video. That's how we share it with other people, and also share the video with someone that you feel like it would really help. And feel free to comment what you feel from this, just the breathing in and out of the energy, the detoxing and letting it go. You can do this whenever you just need a break, or you can do this, daily or 1 to 3 times a week, something like that. Just give yourself something reasonable you can do, and just allow your body to let go of these kind of pent up feelings and emotions, all of that stuff. Release it. It doesn't have to be stuck in you. But my life has drastically changed, to be able to live my dream and afford to live my dream, to be able to set goals. I mean, I'm like, just for this go-getting July, I'll talk more about it in July, but everything I wanted, I did, and things I didn't even know. I had no intention of quitting my job and doing this full time, no intention, but the universe created space and asked me to step into it, so I said, shit, yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm in this bitch. Why not? I had no intention of leaving the career I had before. I had no intention of moving into a dream space. Like, I really, really love where I lived before. Live now, because where I lived before was questionable, to say the least. That I would be blessed with so many people in my life, including you, that I would have such balance. And I think the biggest change for me is I feel like I have 100% autonomy in my life. I'm in control, like my goal was, and I kid you not. That's why I'm saying take this go-getting July very serious, or honestly just dedicate yourself to it. I don't want you to have like a meltdown or anything. Everything I wrote for myself has happened. When I really, broke it down to the core of what I was looking for, I said I wanted to be in 100% control of my time, 100% control of my income, and be able to have a good income. I also visualized in my mind, what is my ideal daily life? Like, what would I do? And I wrote it all out, and it has come to be. So these things that we're doing here, sometimes it's just to woo you to sleep. Other times it's to give you that validation or that push to say, come on, we're going to the next level. You don't have to have the answers. You don't even have to have certainty. A lot of people are in uncertainty at this moment. Uncertainty is going to be your greatest gift and greatest ally. Let me explain to you something. Because when things are uncertain, that means you can move through things freely, because everyone's looking around like what to do next, what to do next. That means people aren't gatekeeping the way that they did before. So do whatever you want to do. Oh, I don't really know. You'll figure it out. Just go in the path that you've always wanted to go. Just start off small and keep flowing, and just trust in yourself. And trust means trust in yourself, trust in God, trust in the universe, trust in whatever you believe in. But boiling that down, it requires you to believe in whatever you believe in. But at the core of it is you have to believe in yourself. Trying to explain, God and universe and stuff like that, it seems very external. But all of that is within us. So at the very least, if you're going to take anything, believe in yourself. You're the only one who can get you to where you are looking to go. And I guarantee you will get there if you trust and you bet on yourself. Okay. Well, family, I think that, during this recharge session, I was like, I'm really excited for Go Getting July. Go ahead and join the Patreon group if you want extra support. Again, the Reiki Master Teacher training's coming out, and some individual programs that are going to be very helpful. Those things will go live in August, because Mama is working. But if no one has said it to you, let me say it to you. I love you. sweet to yourself, okay? I will see you next time. I'll see you every night, okay? Except the weekends, because that's when I want you to go out and